think I'm losing my mind. Okay, so a quick editing note. So in the process of making this video, the first 30 minutes got corrupted. And so basically all you missed was me introducing the video and then me putting on foundation or primer, foundation, concealer, and contour. That's all you really missed, but I did do a lot of talking, and luckily I was recording the audio with 2 different mics. So I have a copy of the audio from that video, but the video itself got corrupted. I took it to Best Buy and I asked them to fix it. They fixed it as much as they could, which was none. They could not fix it. It was gone. The video's gone. It is what it is. I've made my peace with it. But what came out of it is this hilarious video of me seeing that the video was corrupted. Because I just to make sure that this doesn't happen, I always stop the video after a short period of time. I didn't realize that it had run too long. So I stopped it at 30 minutes, realized that the video was corrupted. And then the next video is just me just staring at the camera blankly after realizing that the video was gone. And it's hilarious. I've been laughing at my face just watching the editing process. So anyway, since I have the audio, during the silent parts of the video, I'm just going to insert some of the important clips that I got recorded so that you can still hear what I was saying, because I said some important stuff that I feel like I'd like to still talk about and still mention, because whenever I was talking about these things, they were important to me, and I feel like important to the video as a whole. So that's really all I have to say. Thanks for clicking on this video. Let's get right into it. This is me getting in drag for the first time. Anyway, so we just did my contour. So now that we finished my contour, I'm thinking we should go in with my blush. Oh, I just got this blush from Born Ruby. I love the color. I've never actually used it on my face, but I tested my hand and it's beautiful. Maybe, did I like this one? I don't know, y'all. Does that look good on my skin? It kind of looks like this chlorine burn that I have on my wrist right now. Ooh, it kind of goes down orange. Yeah, maybe not that one. This video was originally going to be me getting in drag for a function that I was doing with my friends. So I started vlogging all of it. I've been preparing for this for weeks now. Like I've just been doing nothing but collecting makeup, and I bought a wig, and like I was gonna go to this function with my friends in drag, and it was gonna be like a total surprise. Like they weren't gonna know anything about it. I was just gonna like show up in drag, and I was gonna get all of their reactions. I was going to wax my chest. I'm gonna wax my chest. Yeah, I'm gonna wax my chest. I mean, part of me, like, I'm not gonna shave my armpits because, I mean, I shaved them some, but like, I don't feel like I need to shave them all the way since I'm literally doing this once and I'm not getting paid. Secondly, let's get rid of the gender norm that women need to shave their armpits and legs. I'm gonna be wearing tights, so it like covers most of my leg hair, but I feel like my armpits are fine. But I am gonna wax my chest. I have these wax strips. I've never used these, by the way, so let me see how. Warm wax by rubbing strips briefly and gently between your hands. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, wait. I thought they were big ones. Are we seriously out of the big wax strips? But that didn't turn out well. And then I was going to go find a dress. Welcome to the vlog. We're going into the town to get food for the function tomorrow, and also maybe even look for a dress. That's actually my main goal right now, is to go find a dress, because I can find the ingredients for the thing I'm cooking at my local store, but I'm not going to find a violet dress in my little town. So, well, I mean, maybe I will. Who knows? But I'm really excited. I did cancel on my friend and I feel really bad about it, but I didn't think I was gonna go into the city today. Vivian, if you're watching this, know I love you, and I really did mean it whenever I said I was too tired to go out today. But I'm going out now because I have to get ingredients for my food anyway, and it's past the set time that you said you could come with me, so. I love you, I promise. No dresses, nowhere. Anywhere I looked at 2 different thrift stores and Walmart, and I could not find a single dress. I didn't even want to buy a dress from Walmart. That was my last resort, and they didn't even have one. You know that clip that's like, I think Paranka is struggling mentally.
I think Paranka is struggling mentally.
From Alyssa Edwards, that's what I feel like right now. You know, I don't know what's funnier about that. The fact that she called Priyanka Paranka, or that Alyssa Edwards actually thinks that there's a girl running around named Paranka. Oh, this color is actually really beautiful. Okay, sorry Born Ruby, I freaked out a little bit because I hate orange colors on my skin, and I was really afraid that that was gonna be you, but it's not. You win. Last night we also got in the hot tub, and all of us stayed in there for probably 3 hours. I can do math. Not very well, but I can do it. So all of us had really, like, we were so itchy. We had such bad chlorine burn after that. Oh my God, this color is so beautiful. And then some on my nose too. I have a song called Swimsuit that I wrote about one of my friends, and in it, I have a lyric that's like, we got in the hot tub and goddamn it hurt. And that was literally all of us after spending 3 hours in the hot tub and getting really bad chlorine burns. And then 5 o'clock rolls around, I'm watching Drag Race with my family, and my friend Abby calls me and she's like, hey, where are you? And I was like, I'm at home. Why? And she was like, Valentine's Day? And I was like, yeah, you mean tomorrow? And she was like, no, like an hour ago. And I was like, oh. So I went to Valentine's Day and I had a good time, but I was also very stressed because the thing that I wanted to do was totally off the table. Like, I didn't even have time to bring the dish that I wanted to make because I thought it was on Sunday. I look fucking crazy. I have practiced like what I would like to do in like a couple drawings. So here's one drawing, here's another drawing. If there's another drawing, I'll put it here. Next, we're gonna do highlighter. So that is not highlight, that is a blush from e.l.f. Halo Glow that I don't think I liked very much. I think it looked like a prostitute would wear it. Not that there's anything wrong with prostitutes, let me get that straight, but yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of the color. You know, prostitutes used to actually keep the economy alive. Yeah, actually women running the world, that's not great. You know, when women have control over the economy, it's not exactly a favorite amongst the male community. I even photoshopped like what I would do to my face, and that has since changed in my mind. I want to do something different. Oh, and I practiced on my mom. That did not go well. One of the friends in my friend group, Phoenix, for his birthday, we got him a pair of fake boobs. And I'm kind of wishing that I would have asked him for those before I did this, because those would actually be really nice for what I'm doing. I would like to clarify that I don't actually know what I'm doing as far as drag goes. I'm kind of just improvising. I made a checklist. That is so me though. I love a checklist because I'm always forgetting stuff. Also, I have really bad anxiety, and one of the things that I found helps me is having a checklist that I don't forget anything, because that is a big problem with me, is forgetting what I'm doing or what I'm meant to be doing. I didn't shave my armpits completely. I trim my armpits. I'm not gonna like shave them completely, mostly because I don't think that women should have to, but also because it's so uncomfortable when it grows back, and I can't believe that, you know, women are just expected to like always shave their armpits and be like completely hairless. And I think that has to do with the infantilization of women in society. There's several great video essays on that. I also identify as gender fluid, and so I feel like body hair is something that is so gendered, and so I feel like getting in drag and still having like armpit hair and not like shaving my legs and stuff like that, like I feel like that really speaks to who I am. I'm not gonna block out my eyebrows because I am not getting paid to do this, and also I don't know how to do that, and also I don't have the facilities or resources to do that. But in the future, I would like to experiment with changing my brow shape. And in fact, I kind of wanted to I entirely lost my train of thought there. What was I about to say? Oh, I was going to tape my face today. Like pull it back. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Once again, like I don't have the facilities to be doing all that. By the way, if anyone's a makeup expert / drag queen, please in the comments tell me what I'm doing wrong. I love what I do now. I'm a stagehand and I'm learning to be a sound engineer, and it's such a good job for me because music is my entire world. If you didn't know that, link in the description for my music. So I was thinking about the name Lavender X or Lavender Woods, and I got the last name Woods from L Woods, but I think Lavender X is the way to go. I got the name Lavender because lavender is my favorite color, flavor, smell, like all that. Well, technically my favorite flavor is chocolate, but when I was first starting to make music, I went under my birth name, which is Corbin Vincent, and I wasn't allowed to release music at that time, so it was just Corbin Vincent. There was no problem with it. But then whenever I started like taking my music really seriously, and I always wanted to be a musician, but I didn't start like seriously considering music until it was probably about 2019 or 2020, before quarantine, and I produced my first EP, Dreamcatcher, and my first album, Chapter 1, Young Love, in my bedroom as a 13, 14-year-old who was really sad and had a lot of feelings. I didn't want to use my real name because I felt like Corbin Vincent was just a bit too wordy and like didn't have like a nice ring to it. So I ended up becoming Lavender because I loved that color and I loved the name Lavender. But I feel like Lavender, just the name came naturally. Like I feel it really represents me as an artist and a performer. And then the X at the end, I mean, I guess I thought it just sounded cool, but I wanted to add the X at the end now because I feel like I've spent a lot of time repressing the darker parts of me just because I'm really mentally ill. And I feel like X is like the darkest letter. Like all the other ones, they have like really nice names, like Q and B and C. Like they're all like really cute letters. I feel like whenever you see X, you're like, ooh, I am so beautiful. I wanted my drag persona to be a heightened version of myself, but also this version of me that embraces the darker, scarier, more edgy parts of me, because as Corbin, I feel very subdued, and like people expect kind of the very supportive, down-to-earth, calming energy. Of course, I'm always myself around my friends and people like that, but for me personally, I get so uncomfortable trying to face the darkest parts of myself. And so I'm hoping that with drag, I can really start to explore different parts of who I am and start embracing that those parts of me that are hard to accept. Another thing I've been learning about makeup is that you have to like blend it in the direction you want your face to go. So like my jawline, I blend it out like that, and then my cheekbones, I always have to blend up, because if you blend it down, it's gonna look like your face is going down. Again, like don't listen to me actually, because I don't know anything about makeup. I am so beautiful. Who gave me the right powder? Okay. By the way, this is a checklist I made myself, like really late at night. It might be crazy, but I'm just gonna do it. Do whatever it says. Why am I considering more highlighter? I don't think that's what needs to happen here. I know drag queens going with loose powder. I don't have loose powder. I have this Revlon Photo Ready translucent powder. I really love a dewy look on my skin, and I don't know how that's gonna work for drag, but who knows? Like Luxe Noir London, she's super like glowy, and I like that. I want that. It is currently occurring to me that my makeup might look like shit. Oh, one thing I do kind of want to talk about is my musical hiatus. I kind of talked about it on my Instagram whenever I announced that I was gonna be on hiatus, but I don't think I really gave a full explanation why, because I've had a lot of friends ask me like why I was quitting, and I'm like, I'm not quitting music by any means. Music is my entire life. Basically, whenever my album came out, it did relatively well. For the audience that I have, I was very appreciative of how well it was received, how quickly it garnered attraction, and I was so proud. Like, I loved my EP, I loved Senior Year and Psycho, but whenever I released my album, that was my child. That was my first child. And when you're a small artist, it's not always wise to release an album, but I couldn't go on with my career without releasing that album. Did I just get rid of my face? I feel like this is not how you do makeup. Anyways, I was so proud of Chapter 1 Young Love. Very quickly, I wanted to start releasing new music again. And I'm aware that this is completely my fault, and I know the industry is very frustrating and the industry is changing, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but I immediately rushed into the next project because I did have 2 projects planned after Chapter 1 Young Love, and looking at it now, Dream should have come after the project that's coming out next. I'm gonna release it during hiatus because it's already ready. Like, it's ready to be released, but I just in hindsight, Dream should not have come out as soon as it did. The same year that you release a debut album, you release another EP. Like, only really big artists should be doing that, and even then, like, it's such a risk for a bigger artist to release so much music back to back because the industry will get tired of you. And that's exactly what happened whenever I released my EP. Is the audience that enjoyed my album, they were still processing that album. And so to release a new EP with a completely different sound, a completely different aesthetic, a completely different state of mind, it was a terrible decision. It was a very bad decision, and I stressed myself out so much trying to get that EP out. There wasn't even that long of a difference between releasing my album and releasing Dream. 7 songs is a lot, and there was so much effort that went into them. The fact that I originally wanted it out in October is crazy to me, because whenever it was October, it was not even close to being finished. There was no way that I could have released that in time. But I was so committed to getting this EP out because I was so proud of the music that I didn't think about what it would do to me to make that EP and to put it out into the world at the same time as my album. I'm very aware that it is my fault that I burned myself out, but also the fact that whenever I released the EP, it garnered almost no attention because no one was ready for new music from me. You'd just gotten new music from me, and then I put out a completely separate body of work that changed the whole aesthetic. By the way, I'm about to do liner, pray for me. I'm doing Hotline by Trixie Mattel, the white hotline liner. Chapter 1 Young Love was a very coming of age, youthful, very nostalgic type of album, and when I released Dream, it was not that. Dream was very dark, very not so much focused on friendship and heartbreak and love and being a teenager and stuff. It was so much more about my mental health and the toll existing had taken on my mental health. And so when your audience has just gotten used to this aesthetic of this really happy, not even happy, but just a feeling that everyone can relate to, that everyone longs for, and then to change that and to totally backtrack on everything you've done, just changing my entire aesthetic was a terrible idea, and to release music that close together was a terrible idea. And promoting 2 bodies of work at the same time is also a terrible idea. And so oh my God, that is so pigmented. I love it. I just needed a break. I couldn't keep going on the way that I was because it really wasn't sustainable for me to release that much music in such a short amount of time. God, you guys, these hotline liners are actually no joke. They're so pigmented. I've never seen a liner with this much impact, and I'm barely making a dent in the container. And I want to clarify that I in no way, that is not even. Well, I want to clarify that I in no way don't like Dream, because truly it is one of my favorite bodies of work lyrically and sonically that I've ever created, and that's been, those 2 projects have been planned for a really long time. I just shouldn't have released them the way that I released them. So that's why for the time being, I'm taking a lot of time off from music to really reflect on why I like doing music. My friend Juliana from LA, one of the best songwriters I've ever met in my life, she and I have very similar feelings about the music industry right now and how TikTok has kind of ruined being a small artist because it's so much harder to promote your music now that TikTok has become like essentially the radio. It's really frustrating to try and make a career on music when TikTok's algorithm is so random and so difficult to break into. And I feel like TikTok has kind of infiltrated the way that we do music nowadays too, because I've seen a lot of songwriters, fellow songwriters, trying to create the next like TikTok lyric in their songs. And it used to be about music. It's no longer about that. I feel like even when the radio was a thing, it was about music. This isn't really what I was going for, but I think I can make this work. That's actually not that bad. Also, being friends with songwriters is crazy because you both have this knowledge of each other and what each other's life is like. These do not look the same. You have to be a social person to be a songwriter to a certain extent. And me and my friends, I feel like none of us like people, in all honesty. All of us have anxiety. None of us want to talk to anyone. And so like finding other songwriters is great. But then there's always that little bit of like, you're half my friend and half my audience because you know what it's like to need support. And so I expect us to have a symbiotic relationship?
I think Paranka is struggling mentally.
Where both of you benefit from being each other's friend, which is crazy. It's like, yes, you provide me financial support, but also you're like one of my greatest friends in the world. I guess it's kind of what having parents is like for people who like their parents. I love my mom. These do not look the same, and I am hyper aware of that. There we go. Okay. I think I fixed it. Where my eye bags start. Cool. Delete it, tired. I look crazy. Oh my God. Am I okay? Oh, am I crying? Did I poke myself? What if this actually doesn't look that good? What if I'm wasting my time here? Let's get existential really quick. Okay, so what I want to do is not necessarily what I'm gonna do.
Well, what you want to do is not necessarily what you're gonna do.
Because I already fucked up the way that I did my white liner, like too big right here. Because I wanted the black to line that. I guess let's start lining in black. Thank you, Raven, for these Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip liners. That is so nice. See, I feel like people shit on Maybelline, but look at that. I kind of love that. Oh, shit. I hate myself. How does it feel to be this beautiful? I would know very well. Hello, Egyptian. Come on, Miss Egyptian. I hate that I did that, and I'm gonna have to do that to the other side too. Or I can just make this bigger. No, I'm not gonna do that. This liner pen that I'm abusing really said no more. Great, so that's not what I was wanting to do. That is not normal. Okay, so I killed one liner pen. Luckily, I have two of those. It looks worse up close. Okay, but what I can do is I can go in with concealer and make that just a little bit smaller. Oh, yes, why didn't I think of that? There's some healing to be done. See, this is great. This is great. That is not great. That is something that needs to be rectified immediately. Now they're even. You know how sometimes you'll put a black marker on some paper and then you'll draw over it with the yellow and then the yellow marker is permanently ruined because you got the black ink on it? That is what just happened to my concealer just now. Also, ignore the fact that my blush is Brew. My blush is Brew. I actually don't hate the way that that's turning out. I know it's not right and it's not what I was going for, but I'm not mad at it. That looks crazy. That looks incorrect. What am I doing? Is this my life? I mean, this is kind of what I was going for. Maybe next time I do this, I will do it differently. Okay, so the eyeshadow I'm gonna use, I think, is this Maybelline palette. There's a really lovely lavender, and I've never actually tried it, but I'd love to because lavender is my favorite color, and it's my drag name, so. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on. Oh, okay, so we're not using this. Y'all. That is all that came off. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, these look like shit. Okay, well, I think there's a purple in Trixie Cosmetics. Yeah, Last Call from the Rebound palette by Trixie Cosmetics. This is just a full face of Trixie Cosmetics at this point. The most insane things are happening just trying to do this. I can't. God, that is so beautiful. And I'm only gonna do it to the outside because I kind of want the inside to feel a little bit like I want an ombre from the inside to the outside, basically. Trixie Cosmetics eyeshadows are so pigmented that like that Maybelline palette was such a disappointment because I was like, I have seen so much better. You guys, I might just be a little gay boy from Texas / the Midwest, but I am probably the most beautiful person that's ever walked the face of the earth. I will say over the white, the purple is pink, but that's probably to be expected when you're putting a color over white. But I'm sure you can see like it just looks great against my eyes that are completely different sizes. I think I want to go in with You Up, which is this like blue color. Yeah, that blue definitely gives it the more purple that I was wanting, and it looks more like the purple that it is. Yeah, adding this blue makes it look like the purple that it is in the pan. Oh, that's too much blue. Y'all love watching me just like completely fuck it up and then pretend everything's fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring it down. I live in this fantasy world where this is what women look like. Am I crazy? I mean, these are very obviously uneven. I am crazy. Black liner, hearts on the cheek. Okay, so the story behind this is I'm a huge Marina fan, and Electra Heart is actually, oh my god. Okay, so I'm starting with a V, and I'm just filling it in to make a heart. And well, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. I don't even know where that brush went. I'm literally just a girl. Okay, we're gonna wait to cover that. I'm telling you, my intentions with this were so pure and only to do good, and everything is kind of going wrong. Listen, everyone, we're gonna pretend that these are even because they do look really good, just separately, different faces. I'm just pretending so hard that this is fine. So the reason I did the hearts on my cheek isn't to be like e-girly, it's because I'm a huge Marina fan, and Electra Heart is an album that really like resonated with me growing up, and so I felt like I wanted to pay homage to like an icon, like someone that I really feel like helped raise me. Next is, oh, lashes. Okay, I want this to be like a therapeutic thing for me, not just like a, you know, Corbin's doing cross-dressing now. Oh my god. What if I just start crying? You know what I'm realizing now? I should have started with the eyes. Okay, now that I've applied this concealer, this is actually closer to what I was originally wanting with this eye shape. It's just really aggressive now. I need the serotonin. Okay, so I've never applied lashes in my life, but we're about to learn. Why are these glued to the packaging? How do I remove this? Hold on. No, don't go up there. No. Oh no. That's just not correct. We're gonna try that again. I don't know what 44 plus 30 is. 70 something, so 6. I'll just figure it out. Let's try this again. This is just not how I thought today would go. Okay, I feel like that's actually, terrible. I mean, does this look normal to you? I guess drag doesn't really look normal to anyone. Round 2, here we go. I can feel these being uneven on my eyeballs right now. Next is lip liner. This is the part that I like because it's easy. Okay, well, remember when I said this was my favorite because it was easy? No. I'll never forget being like a small child and doing my mom's makeup for Mother's Day and overlining her lips to death. I look like that girl from the Vine. I look like the girl from the Vine. That's not what was supposed to happen. Don't I look like her? No. This might end up being my 13th reason. Giving car seat makeup girl realness. No. Oh my god. Things are going really badly for me right now. I know people are gonna be like, whenever I'm famous, people are gonna be like, my Roman Empire was Corbin Forester's first time doing drag, and he looked like the car seat makeup girl. Okay, so what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna take off all this lipstick right now and put concealer over my lips, and we're gonna start over. All right, so we're back at square one, and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what lipstick am I supposed to use? Not freaking out. Let's just start with this again. Okay, that's way better. Do I even need to line? It doesn't, I actually like this look. Okay, well, all I did was put some liner on the bottom, but like, oh, that looks good. Love feeling the facial hair underneath my lipstick. It is very dysphoric. Oh my god. Am I slaying? I might be slaying. Oh, I'm so gorgeous. Okay. Then I'm gonna go over with this Gemini gloss from Wet n Wild. I look like a chav girl. M to the B, M to the B, M yar. Arn. I'm going to laminate them. That is lip gloss. So I just got a call from Abby, and she was coming to my house, and I told her not to do that. And she's like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, you can't know, it's a surprise. But we're gonna go to the store, and we're gonna surprise all of my friends with how I look. I love these earrings. This is my first time actually wearing them. They're so cute. Little crystals, little amethysts. I am so beautiful, oh my god. Body. There is no body to be found, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna have to censor this. So I don't have a corset or, yeah, this is gonna have to be censored. Okay, so I don't have a corset, really, but I do have saran wrap. So I wrapped plastic wrap all over myself, and I put packing tape around it to This is insanity. You can't even tell that I'm cinched. I'm just gonna take it off. Oh my god. I was in that for like 10 minutes, and it already feels like I've been in it for like years. I can't believe that there are drag queens who just do that. Free. I need to be free. Look at me. I wanted to do a little like Britney Spears tease with the outfit. Oh my god, I look so good. Put a ring on. Oh my god. This ratty ass Amazon wig. I put the wig on off camera with my mother, and that was an experience. Very difficult. This almost looks like what I used to look like when I had long hair if I had dyed it purple. So I'm gonna go film my friends' reactions now. Oh my god. Okay. Hi.
What are you doing?
I did drag today.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh.
This is how I was gonna come to Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh, you're such a cutie.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
You're so gay.
I am.
Oh my god, your makeup looks so good.
Can we take it a spearfish looking like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
that means you were right, because earlier today I was talking to Vivian and she was like, I bet he's just putting on makeup because it takes him 2 hours.
I mean, you
oh
were
my
kind of
God.
right though. I filmed the whole thing too. Also, hopefully we don't get hate crimed in Spearfish.
Yeah, hopefully. But you're so womanly.
I
Why
know.
would you ever get hate
I'm
crimed?
so womanly. I
I
look
love
like
how I
a.
can see your hair through your tights.
So I just got back from hanging out with my friends after showing them all what I look like in drag. It was really fun. We ended up going to Walmart and then we went to Culver's, and surprisingly in South Dakota I did not get hate crimed, which is really it's not reassuring, but it was a nice thing that happened to me. So before I end this video, I just wanted to do a little remix. Okay, cat's out of the bag. I did take the wig off, and so my blonde is poking through. If you know the song Reggie Wrote You by RuPaul, off of All Stars Season 2, this iconic performance.
Hey girls, my name's Alaska. I got a tiny little question to ask ya. D to the E to the T to the O to the whole do. X. Naomi.
Katerina Petrovna Zamolodchikova, but your dad just calls me Katya. I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear.
I wanted to make a remix of that song before I leave tonight. So, yeah, let's just do it.
You've been read.
Now, I might not have talent or money. My name is Lavender X. I like really rough sex. If you doubt it, just ask your dad. I'm a vision in violet with a gaping vagina that's crying, but it's never sad. I don't have a lot of money, but you see me and you love me, but you feel those jeans getting tight. A sellout pop star who you know is getting far with a tongue that works just right. I may be vegetarian, but when you see me there again, all these hoes are gonna have beef. He kissed me on the lips and said, baby, what is this? I said, nothing, ignore the teeth.
Told ya, now I read ya.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And sorry, that was getting on my nerves. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the wig is coming off. Please check out my music in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you guys all next time.